What's up, y'all? It's a grifty Tuesday. The grifters are grifting so hard, they grifting each other, they fighting each other. Grifter season's definitely here. Grifties.com. Let's get this show started.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, "What do you think you are? Some kind of Hotep Jesus?"
Ooh,
And I
that's
was
good.
just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
What's up, people? Welcome to the Grift Report, live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. I'm your host, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep, to all my Hotepistanis, all my Hoteps. Hotep. What up, y'all? Who in the chat? Rudy, what up, Rudy? Rudy in the chat. It's just me. What up, man? Welcome all. It's a very grifty Tuesday. When I said that, I meant that. It's a very, very grifty Tuesday. We got a lot to go over today. We're going to talk about Biden taking over the internet, or his administration taking over the internet. We're going to talk about Candace Owens and Big Boss Ben Shapiro. They got a little bit of family beef. I don't know what's going on. We're going to take a look at that. Denzel's playing Hannibal. The race debates have started up. We're going to take a look at that. Hold on. Where's my other screen so I can send my tweet out? Here we go. Let's send my tweet out. Let's send my promo tweet out. Let's pull this up on the screen while we're getting calibrated here. Here we go. All right. Bring this. Yeah. So, first of all, exclusively, shout out to all my members of menofwater.com.
Hotep.
Appreciate you. Fan making it all happen. We're live on Rumble and YouTube. Depending on where you're watching, we're live on Rumble and YouTube. If you want the exclusives, we're on Locals with the exclusives. HotepJesus.locals.com. We got the exclusives over there. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do that. I got some things to release. In the new Telegram group. The Telegram group is free. That's in the box below. That's new and free. Get in that Telegram group. Big brain talk. That's that big boy talk. You want that big boy talk, join the Telegram. You know what I mean? Let's put a little bit of information in there for you. It's a little something. A couple of nuggets. Something light. Something light. So shout out to all my people in the Telegram group. Appreciate you. All right. Before we, of course, we're going to do the Syscoin update of the day, take you down the CBDC runway. It's funny how a lot of this stuff coordinates, especially this whole internet control, how this coordinates. So I'll do my best to connect the dots. For you. Shout out to Alex Jones. I'll be on Alex Jones tomorrow.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Shout out to Alex. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do his show. Turn it up. You know. Do what we do it light. Do it consistent. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Damn, it's back cold. Anyway. some real communist shit going on today. Some real commie stuff. But before we get into the commie stuff, hold on, let me pull this up on the screen for you. I want to get it warmed up right here. I want to just take it. It looks like there's some glimmers of hope for the white man. There's some embers still burning in the soul of the white man. I need y'all to sort this out. I need y'all to help me sort this out. Let's put this on this. Let's put this on the screen and hit play. Tell me what you see.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Actively.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold it. If we can't, no, I have the mic. I'm sorry.
This is
hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing.
Hey, yo. Yo. It's grifting season. I got to run that back for the one time. I'm sorry. I got to run that back for the one time. I got to.
Self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
You know where to find me. Yo, the politicians is talking crazy to each other. You know where to find me. Wow.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Ooh.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Stand your butt up. No, you stand your butt up. Oh my God, these niggas are like kids.
Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator.
You're a United States Senator. Sit down. You heard Bernie? Bernie said, you're a United States Senator. Sit your ass down. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, man. Yo, did the Rumble stream not make it? Hold on. Let me get the Rumble stream straight. I'm sorry, Rumble. Hold on. I'm going to fix y'all up right now. Hold on. Paste. Hold on. Yo, Bernie Sanders said, you are a United States Senator. Sit your ass down. All right, Rumble, you should be Gucci now. Rumble missed the party. I'm sorry. I had an error on it. That was amazing. I'm sorry. You guys know how I am. Some parts you just gotta replay over and over again.
No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator.
Actively.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're a United States Senator. Sit down. Oh, man. Bernie's on one. Bernie's on one.
Okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold it. If we can't, no, I have the mic. I'm sorry.
This is
hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing.
Stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
oh, stop it.
Is that your solution,
Hold it. No, sit down.
Stand your butt up then.
You stand your...
Do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You
Do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
oh, stop it.
Want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Yo, this is like the video clip for Twitter fingers. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. It's a video clip for Twitter fingers. You could take this, like you got beef with somebody on the internet, you play this clip.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
oh, stop it.
Is that your solution,
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit
No, you're a United States Senator. Oh, man. Let's see. No, Rumble's working. Rumble's good. Rumble's working. I got Rumble working. We good over on Rumble. Shout out to my Rumble heads. Midwest Sap, Familiar Human. K, what up? Retro Neon. Retro Neon with the $3 over on the Rumble ramp. He got a story. I don't know if you covered it or not. It's a couple of months ago back, but it's about Texas introducing a bill to ban the CBDC, also creating a digital currency backed by gold and silver. I didn't know about the Texas one, but I talked about it last week. This states could do that. Yeah, absolutely. Hotep Boulay, my bad, yo. Shout out to Hotep Boulay in the chat. Tari, you gotta clip that. Tari, you gotta clip that. You gotta clip that, bro. You gotta clip that part. And send me a copy too. So yeah, that's how we starting that out. Let's go to Candace and Big Boss Ben. That was hilarious. No. Sit down. You're a United States Senator. Sit down. That was great. That was great. All right, Big Boss Ben. Let's see what Big Boss Ben got to say. Is this old or is this new? Is this new?
Yes. The question was about Candace Owens. I think her behavior during this has been disgraceful. Without a doubt. I think it's I can't close that. Yeah, I mean, she still works for my company. And I think she's been absolutely disgraceful. I think that her faux sophistication on these particular issues has been ridiculous. It's not faux sophistication, it's ridiculous. Everybody can see the moves that she's making and the things that she's saying, and I find them disreputable. Yes.
So now people are speculating and trying to figure out, is Big Boss Ben going to fire Candace Owens? Is she going to be out of a job? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I got to be honest with you. Part of me is looking at this as drama to build up a viewership for their respective shows. This is a very old tactic. I recognize this tactic from the hip hop industry when cats have quote unquote beef. I remember when I think it was for the Vibe magazine cover, 50 Cent and Kanye West manufactured beef for their album sales. Kanye subsequently did win in those record sales the week that they dropped, but it was a great promo tactic by both of them nonetheless. So I can't really see them firing her, you know, like I'm pretty sure they own her. I'm pretty sure she's in a contract. So letting her go, I wouldn't let her go. You know, what would be the? I think you gotta grift off of it, I guess. Is it a grift for Big Boss Ben then? Is it a grift for him? Maybe Candace Owens is a grift for him. Maybe that's how he's moving with this. I don't know. What up, Cassius Cam? Yeah, I know that was a joke. That's what I just said. I said it was manufactured. Casuals Cam, Jake Python, Don Day. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Vibe magazine cover. Nas Williams. Vibe magazine cover. We all remember it. Anyway. We talked about Candace yesterday, which is quite funny. We talked about this situation yesterday. And more evidence is piling up. Goldstein called in. He talked about it. So I'm reluctant to cover it again since this is a Hotep's been told you moment. It's like you might as well just go back and listen to yesterday's episode and you would have got today's news yesterday.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You know, that's kind of like what I want to do. You know. So that's what I'm going to do. Moving right along. We got a lot of pressing matters to talk about today. We got a lot of pressing matters. We can't be bullshitting talking about these grifters too long. All right, so there's a couple of things here. Hold on. All right, so we have to pull this up. Hold on, all right, let's pull that up. Let's put it here. You guys should see that now. Okay. So EU already moving in with the digital ID system, right? All right. I want to bookmark that as we proceed into what they're talking about here with the internet control. Okay. So we got to start there. Here you see Thierry Breton's tweet and the whole, Illuminati gang. Right? And what does it say here? European digital ID wallet. See it right there? Wallet. European digital ID identity wallet. Okay. So good. So we know we've bookmarked that. Now, let's dive into the subject matter. 2 documents. One of them references the other. Let me bring this up. Here we go. Boom. You see that perfect now. So you see here it says Office of Commissioner Brendan Carr. Okay. This Carr opposes President Biden's plan to give the administrative state effective control over all internet services and infrastructure in the U.S. Right? Now, I'm not going to read all of this, but his opening statements are pretty strong. Okay? Washington, D.C., November 6, 2023, FCC Commissioner Carr issued the following statement. Democrats have been in charge of the FCC and administrative agencies in D.C. for approaching 12 out of the last 16 years. They have had the opportunity over that stretch of time to put in place nearly any federal telecom policy of their choosing. In fact, the federal government has allocated hundreds of billions of taxpayer dollars for the purpose of ending the digital divide, while Democrats have run the administrative state. After all that time, after all of that spending, the Biden administration has concluded that the Democrats' policies are not working. I agree with President Biden on this point. The administration's broadband policies are failing. The cost of building internet infrastructure in this country have skyrocketed thanks to Biden administration's inflationary policies. The administration has no plan for filling a now empty spectrum, for filling a now empty spectrum pipeline. one that is vital to America's economy and geopolitical leadership. Meanwhile, the FCC is just sitting on a spectrum that could connect millions of Americans to new 5G services. The administration has needlessly blocked and delayed new broadband infrastructure builds. Fiber and cell site components are laying fallow in warehouses and lay down yards across America due to government's failure to remove regulatory tape. How often do we talk about regulations? Okay. Permitting reform has gone nowhere. And the Biden administration is preparing to waste additional taxpayer dollars through its multi-billion-dollar Internet for All initiative by pursuing extraneous political goals at the expense of connecting Americans. So basically, the infrastructure is all screwed, right? It's kaput, as Germans would say, kaput. Okay, and the Biden administration want to put more money behind the same idiots that did the previously failing work. Now, in this case, what they're saying is we need to take total control because, I'll show it to you now, preventing digital discrimination. Right? So now they got to govern this shit to make sure that black people can't get internet. Or make sure black people can get internet. Price controls, all types of weird shit. Right? Anyway, let's come back. But the Biden administration has taken away all the wrong lessons from its failed broadband policies. Rather than righting the ship, the Biden administration is going hard left. It is now blaming the private sector and free market capitalism itself for the administration's own policy shortfalls. The problem, the administration has apparently concluded, is that the FCC has never gone full command and control when it comes to regulating the internet. Okay? Right here. The problem, the administration has apparently concluded, is that the FCC has never gone full command and control when it comes to regulating the internet. Last month, Biden gave FCC its marching orders, and that was a document I just pulled up. That's the marching orders, 218 pages, right? Preventing digital discrimination, October 25th, 2023. President has called on the FCC to implement a one-page section of the 2021 Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. So this is an insertion into an act by adopting new rules of breathtaking scope, all in the name of digital equity. See it right there? Equity, diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? Digital equity and inclusion. For the first time ever, those rules would give the federal government a roving mandate to micromanage nearly every aspect of how the internet functions, from how ISPs allocate capital and where they build, to the services that customers can purchase, and from the profits that the ISPs can now realize, and how they market and advertise their services, to the discounts and promotions that consumers can receive. Talk about central planning. All right. Now, we covered this yesterday, okay, when we talked about Amtrak, right? That's the Communist Plank number 6. We're going to pull that up in a moment. Needless to say, Congress never contemplated the sweeping regulatory regime that President Biden asked the FCC to adopt, let alone authorized the agency to implement it. Nonetheless, the commission will vote next week. So that's November 15th. This is voted on tomorrow. To put Biden's plan in place, a draft of the FCC order implementing President Biden's plan is available here. I oppose a plan for several reasons. Now I'm going to show you those. So what it includes here is apparently oversight of network infrastructure deployment, network reliability, network upgrades, network maintenance, customer premises, equipment, and installation, speeds, capacities, latency, data caps, throttling, right? So let's pull this up. Let's go into the Biden doc and see if throttling is there. Pause. Hold on. So here's Biden's document now. It says right here, including but not limited to speeds, capacities, latency, data caps, throttling, pricing, promotional rates, imposition of late fees. Okay. Throttling. Now, remember I told you about the digital ID. So the digital ID gets you verified online to your accounts, your money. So the CBDC, I have a feeling that the digital ID is way more dangerous than the CBDC is. It's kind of like they have a symbiotic relationship, I guess. You know, digital ID and CBDC kind of go together. Yeah. Where the CBDC would be your financial life, the digital ID would be your working and social life. And then they connect somewhere in the middle, right? They connect somewhere, I guess, at the Federal Reserve if you're dealing with the CBDC. So that's why I brought that up. Now let's go on here. Let's pull this up. I showed this to you just yesterday, right? Right here. Number 6, centralization of means communication, right? Now I gotta pull it up from the other source. Hold on. All right, here we go. Let's go down. Number 6, right? So it says right here. Is that number 6? Okay. It's just funny. All right, let's put it. So right here, where is it? We skipped over this yesterday because yesterday what we did was we talked about Amtrak and Conrail, right? Government-owned enterprises, right? Okay. So yesterday we skipped over communications, but today we're back for the same plank of communism, number 6, communications, FCC. This is in the United States. Communication and transportation are controlled and regulated by the FCC. Established by the Communications Act of 1934 and the Department of Transportation and Interstate Commerce Commission, established by Congress in 1887. And the Federal Aviation Administration, as well as Executive Orders 11490 and 10999, not to mention various state bureaucracies and regulations. Okay? There's a lot of precedents right here for snatching away. And people don't see this stuff. You know, you just don't see this stuff. I mean, how could you see this stuff when it was implemented in 1934? That's why sometimes people be talking about, oh, America used to be free. I'm like, free when? Free when, bro? What are you talking about? 1887. Free when, man? The state owns your ass, fool. The state owns your ass, fool. I mean, you claim to be free. I get it. Claim to be a freedman. I get it. Still under the regulations of the FCC until you prove otherwise. You can prove otherwise, then, more power to you. Um. So yeah, this is all within right there, as you can see, the 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx, 1848. 1848. So in 1848, you get the Communist Manifesto, and then 1887, you get that. You get Interstate Commerce and Commission. Okay. Interstate Commerce Commission. So, you know, I hate to bust your bubble if you're one of those patriotic jingos. You know, I know there's a lot of jingos out there. But all the 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto have been implemented at some point. Right? Like free education. We got that. All children in government schools. That's what we got. That's what we got. You know what I'm saying? It's all there. Laissezfairerepublic.com. Laissez-fairerepublic.com/10 planks. All right? It's right there. So this is what, okay, so let's tie it all in together, right? Because all right, let me finish this part. So what this Republican points out is mandatory arbitration clauses, pricing, deposits, discounts, customer service, language options, credit checks, marketing, advertising, contract renewal, upgrades, account termination, transfers to another covered entity, and a service suspension. And they couple it under a term. Like, they couple it under covered elements of service is something that they call it. Hold on, I'm going to show you something else. Hold on. All right. So you'll see them mention speeds several times. Right? And it says right here, the equal opportunity to subscribe to an offered service that provides comparable, and then it says it there, right? So equal opportunity is what they're calling it. Elements of service. Here again, covered elements of service. Right here, part 1, report and recommendations from the DEI working group. And you see it mentions there again speeds, capacities, latencies, and other qualified service metrics in a given area. Right? So they want to take control of all of this. That's what the Republicans saying. The Republicans is basically saying they are looking to take control over all of this. So subscribers should benefit from equal access to broadband internet access service within the service area provided. Yeah, okay, we just read that one. Available definitions to understand digital discrimination and digital redlining. Digital redlining? Really? Oh my God. That's insane. I had no idea that existed. This is a thing. If anybody can corroborate and say that this is a thing, let me know. I want to look at the evidence. Form of digital discrimination. It's really strange. It's just like, what? On the basis of income, race, or ethnicity. So all these considerations sought after by the Biden admin. 218-page document. 218-page document. This is a good, a pretty decent summation here that was issued by, what's his name, Mooney or something like that. Where is it? Carr. My bad. This is the paper written by Carr. So shout out to Carr. Calling Biden and them out on their shit. But again, still linking it, right? Still linking it. Hold on. I gotta tie it to something else. Hold on. I gotta find it. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. So right here, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this on the screen. Hold on. So at the same time that's happening, we have this GOP cat. So this is Mooney. This is Mooney who I was just talking about. So hold on. All right. So Mooney's got an amendment to HR 4664. Okay. And basically what he wants to do is he wants to defund the CBDC working group. Basically what he's saying is it's unconstitutional, the executive order that Biden basically put out. Right. So on one front, you got people fighting the CBDC, and on another front, you know, you're also fighting for control of the internet, right? Which is just absolutely insane that these two battles are happening at the same exact time, right? So he wants to defund the CBDC working group because, as we know, the Biden administration has already dedicated assets to work towards a digital dollar. Like it's like they said it. And he's saying like, hold on. I want to see if we got any good quotes in here. All right. So yeah, that I'll read this part. Yeah. He was having I like that statement. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the one I want to cover right here. This is the one I wanted. Hold on. I want to make sure I don't miss that one. So he starts off here. He says, make no mistake, the federal digital dollar can easily be used to spy on American citizens and become a social credit system. So social credit system, digital ID. Okay. So digital dollar, digital ID. It's right here. He's Mooney says it. He nails it. This guy Mooney nails it. He said it's money. He said if the White House wants to research a government surveillance tool that the overwhelming majority of Americans oppose, that direction should come from Congress. Right? So he's saying this is not with congressional approval. He said, do not think for a second the Biden administration will not use the digital dollar to track your gun purchases. And we talked about the clip a few weeks ago where they're tracking ammunition. I think it's the 5R6 to 223, but they're tracking the ammunition now. So then he says here, this is the part I wanted to get to. He says, given high interest rates and the new capital rules that will further restrict bank lending to companies, now is not the time to restrict the ability of private funds to invest in West Virginia's thousands of small businesses. This is nothing more than regulating for the sake of regulating, which I would have to agree with. Because that's what they tend to do. Just regulate just to regulate. Gangster shit. All right. But he's right. Interest rates have maintained at a high rate, right? 5.25% right now. I think the interest rates are something like that. It does hurt lending, right? It does restrict lending. We know this to be true. We know this to be true. But this bill apparently is what he's saying is, interesting enough, is restricting the ability of private funds in West Virginia. The Richmond, north of Richmond is playing some games. So I'm going to have to take a look at this bill here. I'm upset that whoever wrote this never linked to the bill. Like, where's the bill link, bro? You know, so I'll circle back and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. But it's on the radar. I got it. It's documented. It's not going anywhere. All right. Let's get to the Syscoin Big Brain update of the day. It's all connected, though. It's all connected. It's all connected. I'm going to show you here. Hold on. Hold on. Watch this. Hold on. Watch this. We talked about this yesterday. What did it say right there? Remember we was talking about this? Because we said APEC was out here, right? Talking that economic stuff. And I said, I wonder if they're going to talk about digital currency. So today we have remarks by our wonderful Janet Yellen. Okay. So what does she say? She says, last, on digital assets, which we'll discuss in session 4. So apparently he's going to discuss this in session 4, which I believe is tomorrow. Because there's 2 parts, and one part is today and the other part is tomorrow. I think tomorrow is session 4. And sharing insights and engaging with the private sector has enabled us to deepen our collective understanding of the tools that policymakers can use to facilitate the responsible development and use of digital assets. Now, she says, including unbacked crypto assets, stable coins, and central bank digital currencies. So yesterday, remember I was looking, I was like, yo, you know, I couldn't find nothing about it. Well, it popped up today. She talked about it. She said it. She said it. And I was pretty sure they would. I think yesterday and yesterday's show, I said they probably going to talk about it. And they definitely, it's now been mentioned. So we got to look out and see what happens. I guess you'd have to tune in for Thursday's show because of the comments. Unless I get I might get the comments Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning, yeah. Because they're in Europe, so they're ahead of us. So tune in for the show tomorrow. We're going to check out session 4. That's going to be a big show. That's going to be a big show. Looking out for the APEC stuff. She doesn't really say much. She just says, looking forward to hearing your perspectives on the long-term role that digital assets and blockchain technologies can play. So digital ID and CBDCs, interconnectedness, the relationship that they have with one another, the way they sort of balance each other is the story under the stories. You know, it's a story under the stories. Like I said, I'll be with Alex Jones tomorrow. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about some other things. Make sure y'all tune in, and I'll be on 1 p.m. Eastern time. 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I'll be with AJ.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk about this and more. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Let's go back. We got 15 minutes left. Let's go here first. Let's pull this up. It's all interconnected. Hold up. Retro Neon, $3 super chat over on Rumble. Also wanted to ask if the Texas digital currency that's backed by gold and silver the same as a CBDC from the Feds. Nah, it's not the same, but it could be. Like, it'll just be, it depends on the infrastructure and the privacy controls they have in place. So, Texas may have a surveillance coin, but it just be backed by gold. It's definitely possible. I don't know. I have to look into it, or a tech person would have to look into it. You know what I'm saying? They are super emotional in their language. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Need that link? All right. So watch this. Russian banks fighting back against the digital ruble. So this is something we talked about. This is something we discussed, right? Banks fighting back. Banks fighting back. So last week we covered the what is it? VTB Bank? Yeah, the VTB Bank. And it was CBDC to cash. At the time, I was a bit perplexed. And what they're saying is that this is fighting back against the central banks. But I think when I saw it, I thought it was a way of adoption. Like, hey, look, it's all safe. It's good and well. But they're saying that this is, preserving the bank's status quo. So the bank wars have started. See, when people, because I was talking about the bank collapse, and somebody was like, "Oh, you guys have been saying that for years," and it's just like, yeah, this is true. It happened before, but it's never happened like this. At least not to my knowledge. Well, kind of a little bit in my book. There's always been a struggle between, because the Massachusetts bank had beef with the federal bank. So I think what's different about this is before it was about fighting for a fair deal. Right now, banks are fighting for their life. They fighting for their life. They might not exist. Damn. So, the report pointed to a development from VTB Bank, which this month announced their new solution that lets CBDC owners convert their tokens to cash at ATMs. We covered that solution will initially allow digital ruble holders to swap their coins for cash at some 18,000 VTB ATMs. Right. Right here, many believe commercial banks are afraid CBDC will allow the central bank to eat into their business. CBDC will allow the central bank to eat into their business. So the other day I looked up banks most likely to fail, and I looked at the rating for some of the banks. So I think it's time for y'all to go look and check on your bank and move accordingly. I might go all crypto. I ain't even gonna hold you. Anyway, I'm so far ahead of my time. I'm about to start another life. Look behind you. I'm about to pass you twice. You know what I'm saying? I might have to go there. See, look, now they playing games with the. All right. Right here. It's not profitable for banks to work with the digital ruble. It's right there. It's not profitable for banks to work with the digital ruble, since it is completely controlled by the central bank. The VTB solution rests from the control of the government and return liquidity to the country's banking system. Okay. Where's the part in here Here it go. It says the media outlet called the development a commercial bank vaccine against the digital ruble. A central bank vaccine. That's one hell of a punchline. Right? So, just a couple of developments around the world. Just a couple of developments. I'm still going. Hold on. Let's go here. Cover that. All right, let's go in here. Let's keep going. So we get an opinion article right here by Young Jung Kim, okay, out of Hoseo University. This is out of Korea, okay? This is published in the Korea Times. And he's got another wonderful article. Another wonderful article. Okay. We're gonna focus in on just some things I found interesting. I do want to read some of this just to hammer down what we've covered in the past. So some people have put out videos that said Jamaica was the first country to adopt the CBDC. He is clarifying here and says the Bahamas was the first country to adopt the CBDC, followed by Nigeria and China. However, the adoption of CBDC in these countries has been very slow, okay? So these are the first countries. You got Bahamas, followed by Nigeria, followed by China. Always notice that they will put the black man first. They're going to test everything on us first. We are the fucking test monkeys for these motherfuckers, okay? Now, China has been developing this shit for a while, and they're just locking down their slaves, okay? So we are slaves, so they want to study on us first and then roll it out to the rest of their slaves, the white slaves, the whoever else wants to be a slave to their system, right? It says, however, okay, so let's go to the next part here. It says, since the adoption rate of CBDC in Nigeria was only at 0.5%, the central bank set a limit on cash withdrawals in 2022. Set a limit on cash withdrawals. Instead of choosing CBDC, the public joined the ranks of street protests. Of course, the CBDC adoption rate has since risen to 6%, right? So this is what they do. They just fucking, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, last month it says the Thai government announced that it would give 10,000 baht per adult. So this is the other side of things, right? So over here, you could tax that ass, right? You could say, hey, no cash, set a limit on cash withdrawals, right? Over here, so you have limits and then you have incentives. So this is like the two opposites of the CBDC. It says the Thai government announced that it would give 10,000 baht per adult. All right. 10,000 baht per adult. In this case, it is not bad to consider an experiment in which the Bank of Thailand makes stablecoin and distributes them to the people. So again, we're back to stablecoins. So 10,000 baht per adult, stablecoin. They want a stablecoin up. And that's in Thailand, and Thailand probably needs that if their government's going to survive, or their currency, I should say. Creating a smart contract in the CBDC that reduces its face value by 5%. So this is another tax that comes in, right? So what they do is they say every time it is not traded for a month, they'll collect a tax on it. Essentially is what's happening here. And what they want to do is they want to speed up the circulation of money. They want you to spend it. They don't want you to save it. They want you to spend it. So every time you hold on to it, it gets reduced in value. This is a wicked game. This is a wicked game. We also covered this in the past, taxes. I think my short went out on this like a month ago. I was talking about new slaves, where I said Kanye was right. Yeah, new slaves. Yeah, that's basically what this is. I kind of, yeah, I was sitting down thinking about like, what is this thing going on? Like, oh, okay, they want to also get a nice tax base in there. It's the collection of taxes. Always going to be a part of the scheme. So there's another wonderful article. I started putting opinion pieces in the CBDC update because I thought I think they're very important for people to have some understanding about the subject matter, because some people don't have any understanding about the subject. So I'm gonna start putting opinion pieces in there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to this Korean man right here. This is fabulous work. This is fabulous work. Absolutely phenomenal work. I still got to go through that opinion piece from yesterday. That shit was a beast. A beast. I still got to go through that one. Today's my day off, so that means I get to fucking study all day and night. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish like, I don't know, a whole bunch of fucking documents I gotta read. Probably tear through like 300 pages tonight. Especially because I got Alex tomorrow, so I kind of want to just fucking be on my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go through that document. I'm gonna make highlights in that document that I shared yesterday, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. What else do we got? Was there anything else? I think that's everything. We're gonna get to the phone lines. Oh no, I forgot. Oh man, hold on now. I almost forgot. I knew it was something missing. All right, here we go. Denzel is playing Hannibal. Let's go. This is what I'm here for. This is the shit I signed up for. Now, when somebody dropped this in the chat, I think Mukhtar dropped it in the chat. Yeah, I think he dropped it in the chat, or somebody dropped it in the chat, and I was like, I ain't gonna believe it until Denzel said it himself. Then Netflix tweeted it out. I was like, oh shit. So, unfortunately, we got some historically illiterate people. Upset, you know, they claiming that this is Hannibal. You know, it's kind of like, so the best example, it's like Caesar Borgia, right? Like, we all know that that's not Jesus, that's Caesar Borgia, right? Right. This is who they allegedly model Jesus after, right? When the famous Jesus paintings, they modeled it after Caesar Borgia, right? Right. So that's what this is like. That's what this is like. When you try to pass off somebody. Now you gotta keep in mind that when you look at this structure, this is not of the times. This is not of the times of Carthage and the Punic Wars. This is not of those times. This is a modern depiction. Okay, this is a modern depiction, so we got to toss that in the garbage. So what I've seen people passing around is the shit that I usually refer to. And as we all know, what the man is famous for, he's famous for taking, 40 elephants through the Alps to go face off with the Romans. Okay. And in here you see his face. Obviously not a white person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because of the face, the nose, or the lips. It's gone right here. You know a nigga nappy here. You know a nigga got naps. You see the waves? You see the waves? You see the waves? So it tell you, who these people were. So the people are just, historically illiterate. And I got a copy of a history book. I got it used. The used version is actually more expensive than the digital version or the updated version. More expensive because the updated version is just somebody fucking grifting off of their shit. But I told my son, I said, this isn't a book about history. This is a book about what white people understand about history. Anybody who passes through that educational system. Okay? And when I say white, I mean it as a political designation in that sense. When I say white, I mean you've passed through whiteness, as it means legally. Okay? As it means legally to be a white person, what it means legally, not ethnically. Because when you pass through those Rockefeller-funded public education systems, you spit out white people. Okay? You spit out white people. So I told my son, when you read that book, that's not all true history. That's just what white people think history is. If you want to know what real history is, you're going to have to do much, 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 much more digging. Okay? And it's very important to understand what white history is, because what white history is politically correct history. What the masses believe is to be true. So when you see somebody upset that you got Denzel playing Hannibal, that's what you're running into. That's what you're running into. Somebody who is historically illiterate. Historically illiterate. And it's all good. I know Jeremy's trying his best. Shout out to the quartering. You know what I mean? He's a Grifty nominee. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just historically illiterate. And it's fine. I don't expect him to, because he's white. He's white. This is how white people think. But Hoteps don't think like that. We've done our history. We deal with primary sources. We don't deal with after the fact nonsense. You know, what's the archaeological evidence say? The archaeological evidence right there. Nigga got his own money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to watching this film. Some people are saying, Denzel's too old to play the part. I don't know. I gotta see the motherfucking movie. Like, I don't know. I think I feel like you gotta think like an old man to be Hannibal Barker. You gotta think like a old man. So yeah, I can't see. And plus, they could digitize your ass and make you look younger than what you really are throughout the movie. They could do all types of nutball shit. They could AI him to a whole nother age. They did that with the movie with Will Smith. I forget what that was called. They cloned his ass. But I'm going to go to the phone line, see what the people say. Text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631. Text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631. I will be right back after the short brief commercial break.